suckers. Y'all know. I know what you're here for. Don't act like you're not impressed. All right. Have a seat. So I'm gonna put this on my hair and mess it up. I'll do my own stunts. All right, let me see. Okay, whatever. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of the I'm Not Impressed Show. I am your host, Dimey D, mother of Gotti, Jesus Jr. I'll get some more monikers later. All right, so since the last time we spoke, a lot of things have transpired. Starting from the least important, we had a Halloween holiday celebration. You know, it's the only time of the year that I consider being white, and then I snap back into my senses. For those who didn't see what I chose to be, I did a plethora of things. Let me head over to my media. I like to get me out the way because it's the most important thing, and then I get into real news. But I did a plethora of things. I started with Amy Winehouse. Let's go. People are so uncultured. Sometimes I feel like I waste my time. When I went to work, people were asking me if I was Peggy Bundy. They were asking me if I was Cardi B. What the fuck about this looks like Cardi B? And you know what? I just chalked it up to black people have so much, diversity, not diversity, but adversity. And they got a lot of shit going on, poverty and shit like that. So they don't have the time to study the arts. I thought, obviously, Amy Winehouse, I was a little, hey Trixie, a little taken aback that I had, there goes my African American. So I was Amy Winehouse for my job's karaoke. And then I like to do a internet couples costume. Skip and I did Lisa Left Eye Lopez and Andre. This was so cool. This right here
was a mystery that puzzled fans for years.
I love this one.
Why did Lisa Left Eye Lopez light her boyfriend's mansion on fire? Was it a sudden burst of anger that led to an unfortunate accident? A carefully planned act of revenge? Or perhaps something even more unexpected? Stay tuned as I uncover the full story once and for all. It was a mystery that puzzled fans for years. Why did...
And shout out to Token. I cannot say how grateful I am for Token enough. Token literally went through my social media and found old clips and stuff and curated something that would look like the Lisa Left Eye, Andre Rison situation. And that's just like, when you're trying to start a business, when you're trying to do your own entrepreneurship, and then you like looking at people that you rub elbows with your whole life, and they're just like, didn't see that. And it'll be someone new to your life that sees the potential and like gives their all. Token is that guy. Token is the example of, it's not how long you've known somebody, it's how much they, adore you and want to see you win. Because there's people that literally you've known forever that would be like, oh, what? I didn't see you posted that. Yeah, but you see when I got punched in the back of my head and you put it in your group chat for your friends to laugh at. But anyway, y'all know I will rant. And for my last costume, which was my most fun costume, I decided, I have this thing where I'm just like, I like people with diversity. I like to show my ass. I like to talk politics. I like to crack jokes. I'm an animal lover. Sometimes I bake. We can do this all day. And then you got people who are just hoe. Right. Like Monday hoe, Tuesday hoe, Wednesday hoe, Thursday hoe, Friday whore, Saturday hoe. Like, so it's not what you do, it's how you do it. And like people are multifaceted. And the girls, they just know hoe, and that's boring. So a lot of girls are going to do the nun, the teacher, the schoolgirl with the skirt. Girl, if you was a hoe, 364, and it didn't catch you any big fish, why would you do it on Halloween when you got so much competition because everybody goes hoe? But anyway, it's not what you do. It's like, so if you're like sweater and tight knit and very professional all year round, and then you popped out hoe on Halloween, but hoe. Anyway, so being that I just knew everybody was gonna go the Playboy bunny route, I decided to go back to my roots because I'm originally a dyke. Um, one more video so you can see how much I played into my role. Where's my favorite video from that night? I'll tell the story and then I'll get into the video. Um, where was I going with this? Oh, so my job, real quick, so we get into current events. So my job was having a Halloween costume contest, and the first place prize was $500. To someone, they're like, "Oh, we're going in there with guns, knives, and brass knuckles because we're leaving." And I was just like, "I'm gonna go and have fun, right?" Whenever you want something real bad, it's like you never get it. So I trick my mom and like, I don't want that $1,000,000. But anyway, that's what I do for self-preservation, sanity purposes. I went in there with the mind frame of let's just have fun. Cause yeah, I know it's a very hard financial time and I don't want to be tone deaf, but I spent it all that night. But anyway, I go in there, I do the contest, and I'm graceful. I recently watched the Miss USA pageant, or was the Miss Universe pageant, and they treated the winner, which was a black woman, so bad. They didn't clap for her. Like certain things stand out in my memory when I'm watching people in competitive arenas. Like nobody, everybody's competitive, but nobody likes a sore loser. So I go into events remembering, it's not a big deal. Always clap for everyone. Because the earth is a test and God is watching. When you don't clap for people, you'll never get your day. Okay? There's going to be gems in this show. I joke a lot, but the undertones is I want y'all to understand the order of life and the gems. You have to clap for people in any arena, because if you don't have the ability to clap, no one will ever have to clap for you because you just it ain't coming, right? So it's not a big deal. We had a couple of people that really looked nice. We had a girl that came as Norbit. She had like I think she had like a bodysuit to what if I said she had a bodysuit to make her fat? And she was like, what? That was me. But anyway, I think she had a bodysuit to add some blubber there. She had the little man hair. She had that. She killed Norbit. I don't think anybody else stuck out to me because everybody else went the whole route, like so original. What's that girl from Scooby Doo? Velma, and everybody likes to do the Velma with the high skirt. Like, oh, I'm just a little nerdy slut. Oh, fucking give me a break. But anyway, it comes time to the audience to judge who's the winner via the noise and clap. And they call everybody into a horseshoe and they stand in the middle. I'm like, wow, clapping for everyone because that's just what winners do. When you have a winner mindset, you clap for people. Everybody's going. I'm like, wow, yeah. I go up there like, you ever seen that TikTok challenge where everybody goes, yeah, and then the last person they don't clap and they're like, what the fuck? They literally did that TikTok challenge to me, and it don't cost me nothing. I'm a villain. Like, I am very, very comfortable being hated because you guys hate yourselves, right? Whatever. So now it comes to, they do like a top 3 thing, and it's me and 2 other contestants, and everybody's just, mind you, I have the melted wig cap to look like a bald head. I have on blue biker jeans that come down low. I have the stone cold. I'm looking like a full boy. And I'm just like, why do they hate me? Okay, whatever. And it's this one particular girl. Oh my God. Everybody thinks they're a bully until it's time to see who's a bully, right? So she's there. She's trying to overpower the influence of the crowd. She's like, no, my sister. Fuck that. My sister won. And the DJ literally had to say, hey, obnoxious bitch, can you like shut the fuck up? We have judges. And anything you say doesn't matter. So like, just shut up, cool out. So it was like a very obnoxious, obvious thing. When I went, they had, okay, so the last three people, they had to dance contest it out, right? And I'm not gonna lie, I can't see any other contestants in my mind. Like I know there was other people, but Norbit could fucking dance. Like, we're not talking about like twerking. Norbit went back and did a matrix, but didn't hit the floor, came back up and kind of did this like around the world. I said, what the fuck? Oh man, how the fuck am I gonna win this shit? And then it dawned upon me. In any dance competition I've ever seen in my life, the only way to win against someone who actually can dance is to do a split. So I don't even remember what song they did for me. I just remember I had my championship belt. I had my 2 cans of beers that Stone on, and I said to Skip, hold my beer, literally. And you know, I did the strippers do this thing when they're warming up. Let me show you. When they're like getting ready to get on the pole, they you guys probably can't see, they just clap them thighs together. They get it ready. This is my warm up. It's kind of like to threaten you. Like, you know, when King Cobras, they do that thing. I did that. I wanted them to think I can't really dance. I could do certain things. So I did the warmer strip up leg switch. And then I used to cheerlead back in 1962. So I used to have to do splits and stuff of that sort. But I knew it was still there from muscle memory, but I should have probably stretched. But I didn't know my arm was going to be forced. So when the beat dropped and I finished doing my little intimidation dance, I just jumped in the air and I did a split and the crowd went crazy. And then I looked up and I said, Skip, did you get that? And he said, no, I was in shock. When the fuck could you do that? And I said, I can't, like, help me up. But anyway, I couldn't walk for a day. I get up. The girls are all sucking their teeth, rolling their eyes, letting their cavities show in disgust. And then when the DJ said, you know, first runner up just means first loser. It was, sorry, Norbit. It was Norbit. And then, you know, they gave me the championship and I got the $500. And the girls started getting real upset. And this is what I like to do. I like to bring out bullies. You're a bully? Hold on. Let me get a picture with y'all. Go in front of y'all, post the money, start laughing, saying, yeah, because I'm a bully too. And real bullies, we don't like to be bullies. We use it to save the weak or to defend ourselves and the ones we love. You don't just go outside bullying people. That's not fun. It's not cute. It's not fair. But when it's a bully off, fantastic. Give me 17 of them. Anyway, so once they seen I was really, really, really with it, and Skip was like, come on, you can't ever have a good time. I can, but I always choose war. But anyway, long story short, what bothered me most is that when I was clapping for everyone and I expected it back and I didn't get it, it was annoying, but I still won. And that's why you didn't win, because God watches all and nobody likes a sore loser, right? If you can't clap for somebody, he's never going to give you an opportunity for somebody to clap at you, okay? Life gems, you don't care. You're living in poverty. You got bigger fish to fry. Maybe tilapia. You guys look poor. All right. Okay. So speaking of poor, we had a big political day yesterday. Yesterday was election day. And girl, I know a lot of people just don't even care about politics right now, but it's a war going on outside, no man is safe from. So, with the current presidency, we have a new WrestleMania thing going on. It's the Republican. I mean, it's always been Republicans versus Democrats, but this is like in a very childish capacity. The government is shut down. It's the second shutdown we've had in recent history. Coincidentally, the last shutdown was under the same presidency of Trump. It's just a war. So the Democrats, I don't want to say we. If I have to pick from a lesser evil, we're going Democrat. We did a sweep yesterday. For the first time in history, like, Democrats sweep the nation. All the Democrats were just winning. The boy, Trump, I just want to give you a little bit of politics so when you're at work, you can look like you know more than what the new Sexy Red song is. The boy. He took away the SNAP benefits, right? took away all the funding for the SNAP benefits, but he's over there in the White House, $100 million worth of renovation to the ballroom. He even kind of taunted us on Halloween. He had a James Gatsby themed dinner. If you know anything about James Gatsby, he's supposed to be like the richest in the land, very grand balls. He did that while we're complaining about poverty. He does not care. Okay, friends, families, idiots, co-workers, neighbors, rats, rodents. Is you're gonna have to really, really convince me on what policies stood out that made you go that way. But anyway, a federal judge came down and said this is unconstitutional and it's not legal. You got to give them SNAP benefits, right? And then there was some deal made 2 days ago about 50%, and that's not a deal, but whatever. They agreed to 50%. Yesterday he woke up and he said, "Fuck that, not even 50%." And I'm just like, I said on Twitter, I said, isn't defying a court order impeachable? And somebody broke it down to me and they said, because the government is shut down, there's no one there to impeach him. There's no people there for the trial. And he's doing this thing where with first order of business, when the government opens up, they're going to open the Epstein files. He's prolonging it. Listen, guys, save your money. Watch who you call a friend. Don't showboat. I mean, we're all not poor right now, but even pretend, because if they can't feed their kids, they're going to find a way. It's just the walls are closing in. So a lot of people only wait till the presidential election to vote. You know, those are not the only elections that matter. I hope you guys went out and tried to do something to fix the current state of the world. If you didn't, but shame on you. But, the game is already fixed. So New York had a big win yesterday. They got who they wanted, Mondamini. I can never say his name. Cuomo. Thank you, Latrice. You see it. Anyway, shout out to New York City. They went out and broke records yesterday, and they got who they wanted. It's actually this guy right here, Mondani. Okay. You're going to see a lot of unprofessionalism in politics right now. So the governor of Texas said that he's going to create 100% tax for everyone who's leaving New York because they're not happy with the winner. And any New Yorker coming here, you're going to face 100% tax. That's not even, what are you talking about? Then he said, let's have a moment of silence for New York while being wheelchair bound. And I said, don't you have to stand up for a moment of silence, sir? Oh, you can't? All right, God makes no mistakes. But anyway, the White House posted something ghetto today because when Madani did his victory speech, he didn't sub. He didn't, twinkle foot. He said, Trump, I'm coming for you. And Trump logged into the White House Twitter and made a Knicks. I could show you, but I could tell. It's just getting real, like, what the fuck is going on? Just very childish and ghetto. What's the White House doing? It's in the blogs. They posted something good. I'll show you guys later. But anyway, anytime I want to show you something that makes me look like a liar. But anyway, you guys, you trust me, right? You don't believe that Libras lie. Whatever. So let's just get the politics out the way. I just wanted y'all to know. Democrats. Ugh, I hate mornings. Democrats swept the elections yesterday. Someone said it yesterday. Hope you went out and voted. We're the new adults. Isn't that crazy? It just goes from doodling with a brown crayon to being in an election booth. Like, how the fuck did we get here? But anyway, we're the new adults, guys. We have to do something. All right. It doesn't do much, but play your part. All right. Let's get into ghetto news. Very ghetto. It may seem like I'm not telling the truth. I don't enjoy sometimes beating people down. But sometimes I'm just so disgusted and I'm very opinionated. And then my opinions are always fun because I can make it like comedic or poetic. But I just don't understand this Cardi B shit. All right, let's just get through it real quick. This is... I don't even know what to say. This is a chart of women that are allegedly pregnant and or just had a baby for Stephon Diggs. We have 4 women. someone wrote me and said, "Hey, Diamond, one of them just had a baby." So it's not they're not all pregnant at the same time. Like that's any better, but it's just a cesspool, right? They say allegedly the one on the top is twin. I don't know these people. They all starting to look alike. Um, so I had said last week, and it went kind of viral. I don't think the lady rapper is still with the football guy that got her pregnant, and then they proved, honey, y'all proved me wrong. I'm jealous. So Cardi made an appearance. The Patriots had a game on Sunday. Forever be mine. Let me mute this song so I don't get copyright infringement. This is Cardi, her day of the week with Stefan. He said, "You know what? You're the famous one. You get to come to my game." It's just, I don't want to preach. It's just boring, and it's things that we should already know. You can't make sense. You can't make sense out of getting pregnant for a stranger. Then you can't make sense for getting pregnant for a stranger that has a plethora of women pregnant for him at the same time. And then on top of that, I only pick from lesser evils when it comes to politics because you have to be involved. Like to not be involved is just like, it's too careless. But when it comes to men, I don't believe in picking their lesser evils. Like I'd rather die alone, get a farm full of dogs, 2 monkeys, a duck, and call it a day. But in this situation, I called out reluctantly to Offset, and I said, you have the opportunity to do something real powerful here, right? Women, we see them do it all the time. They raise these bastard children that were made. I hate when you call them love child. A love child is someone who's made an affair. That's a skank child. It's a skank. That's not a love. But anyway, you have the opportunity to save, how you say your name? Bellicus? I don't. You know, we're living in an age where genders don't mean anything. The boys are wearing skirts and wearing bags, and the girls is changing tires and bringing home the bacon. Why don't you, because love is a powerful thing, Mr. Offset, why don't you tell the girl come back home and you be good this time and you raise the child as yours? Why? Why? Because you're a man? Women have done it. There's plays and plays turned into movies. Remember that play Fences that turned into a movie? And Denzel was the father and he brought home this bastard child. And the woman, she got rid of him, but she still took it up. God made that kind of love never find me. I'm just not. Mrs. ain't going. But anyway, some people have to. Offset, you caused enough, and this really is your fault because you cheated on the girl and hurt her and embarrassed her and manipulated her so much that she went out and had a revenge baby. She went and said, "Hey, I can be loved. I could be adorned somewhere else. I can, I don't know why would you have a baby, but nonetheless, this was all in a revenge attempt to show you that she could be loved. And for that, I think you should be the first public man in history, because niggas is taking bitches back. They're just not letting you know. I think you should be the first public, celebrity man in history to take back a woman and raise their child. Because this is all your fault. Look what you got her dealing with. You think you're dealing with some real hell shit, and then you meet Stephon Diggs. But anyway, there's still girls that be like, "All right, Cardi, I see you with your man." And I'm just like, people think that this is cute, and this is so disheartening that someone's actually clapping for this. But anyway, I was raised in a 2-family home. Maybe I know better. But anyway, if you're wondering if Cardi and the boy are still together, if they were ever together, if it was just her day of the week, you make your own conclusion. She was, Cardi sitting in the box with the owner. 'Cause she's famous. That's the only reason. You guys are easily impressed. I, on the other hand, I'm not, hence the name of the show. It's all disgusting and embarrassing. So, that kid is never going to be alone. He has a bunch of brothers and sisters on the way. Also, they named the gender of the baby. I don't know if he know which baby he was talking about, but they asked him.
It's a boy. That's enough for me. I can't wait to make him do push-ups and sit-ups and run around.
Y'all sure know how to choose them. I stand corrected. I said there's no reason to have a baby for a stranger if you're poor. Now, if Cardi wasn't a rapper, a multi-million-dollar rapper, and this was a survival move, I still wouldn't respect it, but the logic would be there. Like, okay, so yeah, she needed the money. Cardi, why? In your language, por qué? What was the reason? Offset, fix it. You can't, but whatever. Just give me something to talk about and take the lady back and raise the baby. All right, what else is going on in the news? We have anything that's not ghetto? Probably not. No. The black people, we gotta do better because every story is either that's my baby daddy first. He loved me and these kids better. Like it's just broken homes. Y'all gonna watch the events today. Like every story is, oh, we found a way to co-parent. I'm cool with her boyfriend. And people don't get married no more. Anyway, that is a plan. That is, y'all gonna get me to preaching, but it's all premeditated. Keep doing what Ronald Reagan wanted y'all to do from the grave of hell. Chicago rapper G Herbo finally opens up about Moneybagg Yo dating his son, Yo Sean's mom, Ari Fletcher. Let's see what these ghetto people had to say.
It's a single Feet on Land, man.
Yeah.
Now, that's not, is that on the album?
Nah, that's actually Bag single.
That's Moneybagg Yo single.
Yeah, that's his single.
With the family scenario being the way it is, what's the politics? Y'all smooth?
Yeah, for sure, man. We just, we players, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
life is life.
Yeah, life is life. Life is great. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the whole, what they call it on Instagram, whatever, blended family or some shit. It's just like, it's just family. It ain't even blended family. It's just family.
And he's a good dude.
Yeah, nah, for sure, yeah.
And he's a real person.
Nah, he's solid.
That's when it goes left.
He's solid.
It goes left when people's frauds.
Yeah, for sure.
Most grown men can't handle it because they not secure.
Yeah, nah, for sure. Like, we ain't never had, like, no type of misunderstanding at all. For real. It was just really just when we gonna do music type shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Nice.
Like, yeah, we did the song and shit hard.
Ghetto. If you weren't over there canoodling with Latina X, I can never remember her name. I just remember her at name, Latina X. Ooh, sounds very fierce. Anyway, while Ari was postpartum, you guys could have been married and you wouldn't have to have a blended family, but niggers. All right. What else is going on? I need less nigger topics on this show. It's gonna drain me. Kind of heavy. No way to make a joke about this, but there was a fatal plane crash yesterday in Kentucky. A UPS parcel plane went down near Kentucky Airport. 3 dead, 11 injured, and more after they do their cleanup. A lot of people are saying with the government, I'm not saying that this coincides with that. This could be like a plane malfunction. Outside of that, they're asking y'all, if y'all don't have nothing super important to get to, something dire, don't fly. Air traffic control, pilots, all of that. The airport line waits. It's just not a good time to fly. Y'all better figure it out by February for my 5th anniversary because I would like to go somewhere very nice. But nonetheless, this is not the time to fly. What else we got going on? Oh, I don't. Baby, it don't work. Do y'all remember? Anyway. Know me. So, over the last couple of days, a story has been unfolding. And in the story, Nicki Minaj is a Trump supporter. I don't like super fans in adult ages. I just think it's so lame. But if I'm going to give my applause to anybody, it's people who stand for something. So you have a lot of people who have said, you know what, Onika, I have turned a blind cheek to a lot of shit. Marrying a rapist? Wow. I don't want to give y'all any respect, but I'm going to. But being a Trump supporter is where I draw the line. She saw a lot of people talking and she wanted us to believe there was a chess move. She put the little chess emoji, trying to let us know in a cryptic message, this is chess, not checkers. Somebody said, bitch, you playing Candy Crush. There's 2 reasons, not that they're good, that she could be showing this newfound respect for Trump. Her husband yesterday was hit with a court order. It's the last court order of him having to figure out what his victim from the infamous rape case, what they're going to do. They have to settle. Yesterday was the last day. So she's sending out a kite. Maybe, hey, if I say I like you, I know all rapists and pedophiles stick together. Can you look out for my husband? 1. 2, she doesn't have like citizenship. She can't vote. She's a green card holder. Mr. President, I know you're doing a sweep. Can I stay? You know, we both have the same kind of fans. They're both retarded. You know, they like to touch on children. They're weird. We should, stick together. We have the same kind of IQ following, right? So with that, some of her, she goes on these little lives on Twitter and let her fans talk to her because she doesn't have any friends. One of her fans actually, try to let her know that it's not cool what she's doing, and she cut his mic. Let's see.
Unmute yourself, big one.
Morning, Queen.
Good morning, King. How are you?
Ew.
I'm making it. On my way to this job that barely wants me there, but I'm
Why
still pressing
not?
through.
Why not?
Well, since this new administration came in, people of color don't get the same treatment that we used to.
Good night, big one.
Why did you cut his
Okay.
mic,
I knew
Nicki?
it was the reason I wasn't following your ass.
Nikki, can I speak? My bad.
Yes, please,
Y'all are
night.
all brainwashed. So when the guy took his platform and tried to let her know that she's voting for someone who's making it impossible to live for the lower class, she cut his Nicki does not care about her fans. She don't care about y'all. She care about that rapist in the house that's spending her Amex for profound amounts of money, and she cares about I almost said Trinidad. It's also disheartening that she's showing this recent admiration for Trump. I don't know if you guys know anything about current events. Trump is at war with Venezuela. He's talking about bombing Venezuela. He's going to make it. Venezuela got oil, y'all. He's bombing Venezuela for oil. I don't know what he's even trying to cover it up as. I can't think like him. I wanted to give y'all the logic behind him trying to bomb Venezuela. I don't have the logic. I just know Venezuela has oil. How did we get over to Trinidad? I don't know. But he also wants war with Trinidad. At a time like this, Nicki, you were born in Trinidad. You are only a citizen of Trinidad and not the U.S. And for you to say, Poppy Trump, let's go over to the blogs where she says what she's doing. Hold on, guys. Let's go over to Neighborhood Talk. They usually have things aligned the way I needed them aligned. All right, guys, here we have it. Let me make it bigger. Dear Poppy Trump, this is Nicki from her page, her real page. Please grant me honorary citizenship since these hoes think everything is transactional like their cooch. Que tenga un lindo dia. I am never wrong about people. The only difference is being that I'm a genius and I am never like too shy to mention it. I'll catch on the social cues and things way before the masses, and they will just call me a hater or they'll just say, you're crazy. I haven't liked this girl in over 10 years. It's just, she's cringy. She's a bad person. What did Cardi do are you not using your eyes? Everybody's poor. He's cutting SNAP benefits. He's talking about bombing your home country. And dear Poppy Trump, and you guys are going to not be able to let go because she made Monster. Die. Okay, I can't say it any kinder. I can't do the new sensitivity climate for the new humans. All I can say is what I know. Die. All right, moving along. So if you guys are still a Nicki fan after this, we don't need to know each other. We don't think on the same frequency level. Anyway, let's see what else is going on. Guys, I don't think Usher has had a day off since he dropped My Way back in late 1990s or early Anyway, he hasn't had a day off since My Way. And he says why. He says it right here.
I'm for the best version of myself every night. and I'm trying to make myself better, even though I don't have to. Like, I've proven myself. I've sold millions of albums. I've sold more albums in the first week than many artists ever will. Tangible copies. I've showed tours out. I've been able to tour the world. People know what I do, but yet there's still somebody out there who needs to have something special in this moment, and I'm doing it for them. I want to make certain that they see something in me that's going to make them excited, happy, cry, feel what you felt when you listen to these songs. It's my payback to you. I'm not going to get a chance to be with you after this moment, so let's enjoy it. Let's have a good time. Let's go back in time. Let's just have a great time together. I'm performing for the best version of my.
A Libra, by the way. I love that about him. Some people get to a certain level of stardom and just feel like the pleasure's all yours. Not my Libra tongue twister. My Libra brother over there, great performer. Never a half stepper. I've never seen him. And 2 birthdays ago, I went to go see him in Vegas, paid big money Skip did, to go be in the front. And it's literally like he's still trying to prove himself. There's very legendary performers right now that come on that stage and give you nothing. I wouldn't even dare say the name. It's the Christmas Queen. Anyway, the gays are going to kill me. They don't play about that one either. It is what it is. At some point, people really, get big-headed and they give you nothing to work with. Usher, on the other hand, says he will never, okay? Got to shout out people with work ethic, even when they've proven themselves. All right, moving along. I don't have the time.
Right now, don't touch her. Right. You can't touch her. Right.
Just real quick, the boy, the Blueface boy's out of jail. So you're going to see these people have nothing better to do. You're going to see him, Snaggletooth, and the mom setting up scenarios to be relevant. It's our job to ignore them so we can snuff out the flame. Because the more we talk about them, and even this is talk about them, the more they're not going to go away. And that poor child, they keep on putting him on camera. He blind. He got all these things going on. They don't care. As long as we're talking about them, they're going to sacrifice the baby, sacrifice themselves. I just want them to go away. Okay? So if you ever watch the movie White Chicks, Terry Crews had this very whitewashed, kind of cringy character he played, and he's going to let us know that the character wasn't made up. He had an inspiration for the character. I'm going to let you guys hear who he describes, and then I'm going to tell you who Twitter thinks that the character was made after.
When people see White Chicks,
and I need you.
Latrell was based on real people
and I miss you
that I knew in the NFL locker room.
And now I wonder.
Was this guy called Latrell too?
No, okay. He wasn't called Latrell, but I'm not gonna say his name.
You knew who he was.
But I knew. I said, "Oh, this is this guy." He'd be like, "Excuse me, my beautiful black sister. Could you pass this number to that white girl right behind you, please?" And it was like, "What in the world, this dude?" He's like, "Ooh, look at that right there. That's a snow bunny, boy." And wait, I knew guys. They were like, they wanted the blonde, blue-eyed. And he's darker than me, but he was like, "Oh." And I said, "This is the guy."
'Cause you know I'd walk 1,000.
Does anyone have a clue? Would you like to solve the puzzle? The guy that Latrell's character was made after was Shannon Sharp. Okay. And in a poetic justice, a white woman drained him for every dollar he had. Now he's just reduced to being a talk show host on a couch as a podcast. Okay. Moving forward. Fuck him. What else we got going on? I'm really tired of Soulja Boy. Let's see.
Tell your team to
Nope, does nothing for me. He's just on crack. What else we got going on? All right, so recently Diddy was transferred to his, the difference between jail and prison. Jail is when you're awaiting your trial and your sentencing, and then after you get sentenced, you go to prison. That's big boy jail. That's where you serve your time. People don't know the difference between jail and prison. And guess what? You shouldn't, because why are we being educated on jail culture? But then nonetheless, Diddy was transferred to his prison, Fort Dix. No coincidence how he ends up around Dix all the time. We saw a video of him with Stephon Marbury. I didn't even know Stephon Marbury was in prison. He was smiling because he was around men. I think he just needs to go to like PC or something because he's going to be very comfortable anywhere around men. But word around the prison is that he's been bragging to the other inmates. What we already knew. Diddy has been bragging in prison about I'm going to ever call him President Trump. Trump pardoning him soon, according to sources. He said that he can even be pardoned sometime as early 2026. You know, rapists, pedophiles, and Epstein regulars stick together. So stay tuned for that. What else we got going on? This was a little disturbing, right? So we all know that the most beautiful thing on earth is dogs. There's no coincidence why God backword is dog, right? But this is a little creepy. Tom Brady reveals his current dog, Junie, is a clone of his late dog, Lua, who passed away in 2023. He states, "I love my animals. They mean the world to me and my family. A few years ago, I worked with Colossal Bioscience and leveraged their non-invasive cloning technology through a simple blood draw of our family's elderly dog before she passed." So I think this is the beloved Lua, and this is her clone Junie, and it's just sick because, you know, I can't judge. You ever seen Pet Cemetery? Anyway, I'm very old. I'm going to age myself. It's just like having a child that passes away and then you clone them. You cannot clone love. You take the love. You know the saying is, better to have love and loss than to have not loved at all. I change my mind every day, depending on what the love item is. But to replicate a love, to me, is a little bit disrespectful. You're not going to get the same personality. You're not going to get anything. You're just supposed to tell, it's just going to be the same face and barely that. What is that? But anyway, you're supposed to take the memories, hold it near and dear to you, and you meet your furry companion on the other end of the rainbow slide. That's where everybody knows. Everybody knows it. All dogs go to heaven, and you can reunite with them on the other end of the rainbow slide. But, you know, duping them like they're just a toy, it's a little low, okay? But white people, Tom Brady went and cloned the damn dog. Anyway, who am I? Who am I to tell him how to cope, you know? Let me go back to the vlogs. I wanted to show you guys something. Oh my God, I love dogs. Look at those people go. Sorry for the awkward pause. I'm looking for it. I saw it yesterday. What will happen is is this? No. Give me 2 seconds, guys. I don't have a budget. You guys know that. Wait till I get my money right. All right, so I did not know that Rock Nation, if you guys are from New York City, probably even outside of that, you guys remember about 20 years ago, the murder of Sean Bell, getting murdered on the same day of his wedding, leaving the bachelor party. A cop shot at him 50 times. You know, I'm so sick of this world. I didn't know that Rock Nation produced a movie that's dropping November 28th that's going to tell the story of what happened that day. And I said it on Twitter. I said, oh my God, Rock Nation is doing the Sean Bell movie. And then one of my followers, my friend Aaron, said, did you know that Jay-Z, from when the situation happened, set up 2 trust funds for both of Sean Bell's daughter? So they're going to be good for the rest of their, no, not good, but they're going to have financial support because when Jay-Z heard the story, he set up trust funds for both of Sean Bell's daughters, which I think is admirable. And that's the thing. I try not to show my bias and my fandom for Jay-Z. But then people be helping people and don't even be bragging about, just do it. But anyway, here is the trailer for the Sean Bell movie that's dropping November 28th. I said, oh, here we go.
We get married tomorrow.
My future husband.
He was just doing what most men do the day before their wedding. These cops killed Sean.
Where's Daddy? When is he coming back?
He's gone. Nobody's talking about how beautiful of a person Sean was. Nobody's talking about the cops.
People need to hear from you. Your voice is important.
No justice! Sean Bell was shot down in a hail of bullets. 50 shots.
I know this court will do what is right for this officer of the law.
There have been no repercussions for their actions. They took away my joy.
Justice!
The future. But we are not going to allow that to happen again.
No justice!
This is not over.
I don't know, y'all. I regret watching Fruitville Station, so I don't know if I can relive this again, but I know I'm nosy. I'm going to watch it. But okay, so that is going to be the Rock Nation film about the passing of Sean Bell. Let's go back over to Twitter, see what else I got going over there. So I was telling you guys the last show that I went to One Music Fest. One of the opening acts was Ray J. Ray J looked like complete shit. He was sweaty. He was funky. He was oily. He looked pregnant. Just, you know, looking like everything he's been through. Now, on the other side of the table, we have his very polished, very accomplished sister, Brandy. She has the tour with Monica, the Boys Minds tour. They actually stopped by in Atlanta on Halloween night. Unbeknownst to her, Ray J, well, they say she was surprised by Ray J. They probably had it planned. Ray J came on stage. They had a moment. You know, Ray J goes on every podcast and says, oh, Brandy's embarrassed by me. I embarrassed my family. Brandy don't love me. And it's very much noticeable as to why. Okay? But nonetheless, they had a moment. Brandy then went on her social media, changed her bio, and put Ray J's sister to show the world that they are back. You know, they were really close, but it's hard being friends with a crackhead. Now, just days after, you know, their reunion, in regular Ray J fashion, Ray J takes to the internet to be, you know, under the influence of some sort and, you know, performative and weird. This is Ray J having a self-monologue curse out session towards the infamous, what's the boy named? The rap boy, 6ix9ine, and telling him to watch his mouth when it comes to Suki. Let's get that on the screen. Sorry, guys. Oh, my fucking God, I did it again. Sorry, God, I didn't mean to curse so many times with your name in a sentence.
6ix9ine. Like, who the fuck you think you talking about? Don't you ever talk about my hoe, nigga. Suki is my bitch. Who the fuck you think you talking about, nigga? Put up motherfucking George Lopez and then put up motherfucking Cisco. And there you got it. Them two niggas fucking each other made 6ix9ine. Listen, you know I don't got no problem with you until now. Don't you ever talk about my hoe, nigga. You talk about your own bitches. What the fuck wrong with you, nigga? Worry about your bitches. You knew that was my bitch, or that was my friend, or that was my homegirl. Now you done fucked up. Now say something about me, and so we can go viral together. But don't you ever talk about my bitch again, nigga. What the fuck wrong with you, nigga? Hey, 6ix9ine.
That's Brandy's brother, y'all. Make him proud. All right. You could tell in the clip he's either under the influence of crack or crack. All right. Moving along. She gonna take that right out her bio within a week. He's so embarrassing. What else we got going on? If you're a Trader Joe's fan like I am, they be having the best little treats, and Lord, they got this popcorn I just had that was amazing. If you go in there, you got the it says theater style popcorn, a fucking 10 out of 10. This is the best candy. I just got this shit yesterday. This is Skip's work. It was filled to the top. The boy can't stop eating the shit. Someone told me to stop telling y'all how good it is because it was out of stock for a long time. They just brought it back. They said, Diamond, you're not helping. Trader Joe's got some motherfucking gems. Now, on the contrary, they got some shit that would kill you too, right? Sorry, guys. This is really good. 2 more people have died and several others hospitalized in connection with a listeria breakout linked to recalled ready-to-eat pasta, a product from Nate's Fine Foods. Ooh, according to the CDC. And these are so sour, it makes your eyes water. And right before it gets to be too sour, that sweetness comes right in. Oh my God. You don't have to wait. What kind of candy eater are you? Do you just stuff the whole thing in your mouth and chew? Or do you put it in your mouth, pause, suck it off, and then eat it? Because I'm the second one. You know. I'm definitely the second one. All right. So, go ahead and enjoy your Trader Joe's. But skip over the ready-to-eat pasta. It's killing people. All right. Oh, my God. I almost forgot. Well, I forgot because it's not important. But Dick Cheney died yesterday. Dick Cheney was the vice president, I believe, during George W. administration. Not Papa Bush. W, the one that blew up towers and said it was the Afghans and Taliban. It wasn't them. It was George W. He did it himself. Okay? Dick Cheney, I don't know if you guys remember what he's most popular for. He was in the woods one day and he was shooting duck. And he shot somebody and killed him. And said it was an accident. It wasn't. He wanted somebody gone. But anyway, Dick Cheney died yesterday. And this is the Democrat that won the mayor election yesterday. And while he was at the polls, they asked him, hey, did you hear Dick Cheney died? And this was his reaction.
When did that happen? Just earlier this morning.
I like this guy. I think one more time.
This morning.
Oh, he's gonna do great in New York. Okay, we don't give a fuck. Wrong VP as well. Okay, but anyway, everybody's time will come. What else we got going on? Oh, this is a little. So, I don't know if you guys know about Tank's history. Tank has, in recent history, has a lot of domestic abuse cases. Like they come and they go. It's the same girl, and I guess she likes the money, so she doesn't like press charges. But you know, it still be hitting our airwaves. Just last week, another domestic abuse case came up with Tank, and he was going to have a fight. What's this white YouTube boy name? He's not even a professional boxer. Jake Paul. They canceled the fight 2 days ago, and Jake Paul had this to say: I didn't want to give this woman abuser a platform to grow his fans and to grow his bank account. My company champions women. As admirable as that sounds, I heard that the real reason, because you know no one cares about women. You see all NFL players beat up women, they still have a job. Let's not pretend that women are protected in this society. I heard that the numbers for the fight was really low. So they said, how can we cancel this without everybody being embarrassed? Oh, yeah, he beats women. Let's pretend we care because we've been new. We knew when we created the card for the fight. But let's pretend, because everybody's memory is short, that this new case is the reason why because we don't give platforms to women beaters. Or why all of them niggas be women beaters. But anyway, so the Tank Jake Paul fight has been canceled. And honestly, Tank needs to be canceled. But who cares about women, right? What else we got going on? I don't know if I care. I really don't. I just have to cover stories. There was a American Eagle ad last month with Sydney Sweeney. And the ad was, Sydney Sweeney has good genes. And I don't remember the intricates, but then they were saying that it was like a pro-white ad. And when they said good genes, they were talking about her DNA because she has blonde hair and blue eyes. And then somehow, I don't know why white people are obsessed with Beyonce. I don't get the bridge that brought Beyonce into it. But for the first time, Sydney Sweeney speaks out about the ad that caused so much controversy. Let's see what the little girl said. And let's just say she's not losing a wink of sleep over it. Okay, she's white. They don't have a conscience. Who stayed quiet about the backlash until now, was asked if she was shocked by critics accusing American Eagle of sneaking eugenics into the campaign. And Sydney said she was definitely surprised, mostly because she said she loves jeans and did, well, a jeans ad. Oh, she wants to play obtuse. Okay, whatever. Sydney also kept it short and sweet in the interview when asked about Donald Trump and Vance, chiming in on the ad, saying the high profile interest was surreal. Girl, why did I even cover this? Fuck you and those damn Neanderthals that you call. Anyway, white people going white. Get me out of here. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Kardashian shit, I don't give a fuck. Ari, I'm tired of seeing her. This was, bittersweet. Morgan Freeman has been old since my first day on earth. So, of course, we're going to see when I'm actually old and he's the oldest, we're going to see a lot of change in his motory skills. I don't feel like everyone needs to come down the J Hud tunnel, especially if you're that level of old. People asking stupid questions. Why he's moving like that? Bitch, he's old. But anyway, they dropped the ball on that one. He didn't need to come down the tunnel. But since he did, let's just see.
We love him. We love all his movies. He's a king. Yeah. We got Morgan Freeman. We love him. Woo! Here I say hi.
I can't do it anymore. Jennifer, you don't think I just wanted to roll him out to the seat? He didn't. Okay, whatever. Not my call. I just would have made a better one. What else we got going on before I head over to the blogs? Kim Kardashian revealed she used ChatGPT for legal advice on her law exam questions during her Vanity Fair lie detector. Don't care. I told you the internet is a place where things that we wouldn't even think about comes back from a very long time ago. This is a clip that shows Nas pausing the concert when he learned the news that Tupac died. Let's see.
This brother was good enough to stop his show in the middle of the show, and I want everybody in here, everybody stand up on their feet first and foremost. Please, make no noise. Every brother in here, please take your hat off. At 7:03 p.m. New York time, 4:03 p.m. Vegas time, Tupac Shakur passed away, y'all. Give me a moment of silence. Now, everybody out there that listen to Hot 97 probably heard about some beef Tupac got with Nas or whatever, with Mobb Deep, whatever. It takes a big motherfucker to stop the Miller hit. Okay? So we can recognize a brother that was part of the hip-hop culture that passed away. I don't give a what Tupac ever said on the record, no matter what, he didn't deserve to die that way. When the are we gonna stop this bull and start loving one another? Don't believe the hype. It wasn't no East Coast, West Coast bullshit. It was some internal LA shit that took this brother out. Can we have a moment of silence for the memory of one of the greatest rappers that will ever live, Tupac Shakur? Now let my Nas do his thing. Y'all enjoy the rest of the show. God bless you and say a prayer for Tupac.
Yeah, that was definitely real from everybody, you know what I'm saying? Showing your love.
Okay.
This brother.
Just for hip hop historians, a little piece of history. What else we got going on? Okay, I'm going to only play this just because I feel like I'm guilty of it too. So y'all know that the Braxton sisters could all sing, and the top two is Tony and Tamar. And you will hear Tamar. I don't know. There's people who really are into music, and I'm just, I'm no like historian, but sometimes I would hear Love and War, and I'd be like, Can she sing as good as Tony? No. No, she can't. And just in case that you was in a little trance and you thought that they could be compared, there's not. Because somebody said a video like, hey, so about Tony and Tamar, they're light years away. So this is Tony Braxton. Okay, that's Tony. That's Tony. Now, I'm going to bring you over to Tamar. It's okay. This is. All right, so if you were ever confused as to why it is Tony Braxton and then Tamar, that's just, because I needed that refresher course as well, because I did have a moment of, okay, you guys cleared it right on up for me. All right. What else we got going on? All right, Joey Badass sat down on a podcast and talked about the importance of problem solving in relationships. Let's make it quick.
What I tell my lady all the time is, look, conflict is inevitable. Our goal is to get better at resolving it with each other. Because a new problem is always going to arise as long as the earth is spinning. And the sun, and the moon, and the stars is having their phases. Conflicts are going to come. They're going to rise. You know what I mean? We have to get better at facing that fire together. But I tell my lady all the time.
100% agreed. I don't know why he wastes that knowledge on Cam Newton. Cam Newton wears top hats and abuses all the women he's with mentally. That's why all he had to add was He don't know about. Anyway, I hate Cam Newton so bad. I gotta bring back the hate your guts list. I'm gonna do it for 2026. I just got tired of hating people. It was draining me. So I wiped the board clean and I let go of the hate, because hate is a little heavy, but I got some time for it. So 2026, maybe before that, if I get really pissed off, I'll bring the board back. But Cam Newton is a very unlikable soul to me. He just stands out. Probably one or two more, and let's go peek and see what the blogs got. This was funny. At first, I thought a bum was asking Cash Doll for change, and then I realized it was Lil Wayne.
They can't fuck with you. I don't give a fuck about all that comparison on the internet right now. Motherfucking go! This is the guy you thought was in shape to do a Super Bowl? All right. No panhandling. Deion Cole tells a hilarious story about Jay-Z embarrassing him at Def Jam party in the 90s. Let's see.
The Hills. This was like California in the 90s. Yeah, California Hills, right? And we outside, me and my boy Reggie, we outside. And the party jumping, right? All Def Jam artists in there, right? All of a sudden, 6 SUVs pull up. Jay get out, and I'm looking like, yo, there go Jay and shit, right? And he walked right up to me and my boy and was like this. Yo, what the party looking like? And we was like, man, that motherfucker jumping. He was like, what y'all doing out here? We was like, shit, just drinking, trying to cool off. He was like, oh, cool, that's what's up. He was like, shit, well, I see y'all up in there. We was like, all right. He walked away. We was like, we just kicked it with Jay and shit, right? He like, yeah. So we was like, all right, let's get up in here and kick it with Jay and shit, right? So Jay go up in there. We walk up in there, and this girl I know, she was there. And I said, yo, we just hung out with Jay and shit. We was kicking it with Jay, right? She was like, what? I said, yeah. I said, look, take this camera. I had one in them yellow, them zit. You gotta go
1 hour. 1 hour.
You got the Kodak shit.
You take it to Dwayne Weed and then develop your shit.
Jay had a camera, and I was like this, yo, we gonna dance over to Jay. When we get over there, I'm gonna just be like, man, let me get a picture. Snap the picture, and then we can leave, all right? She's like, all right, cool. dancing and shit. We get all the way over there, dog. We right there, Jay, right here, right? So I'm dancing in front of Jay. I'm looking at her. I'm like, you ready? He like, yeah. And I stopped and I was like, hey, Jay, can I get a picture? He was like, yo, son, the fuck you want to take a picture with me for and all these bitches in the party, dog? It was like, dog, you want to take a picture with the nigga and all these women in the party? He was like, yo, you wild. I was like... I look at the chick I'm with, this bitch dancing and crying. Just moving away. My camera, just walked away. I was like, hi. I just walked away, dog, and the whole party heard it, dog. I was like, the whole party heard that shit, dog. I was like, I was just sitting on the side, like, when nobody talked to me, it's everybody in there, Red and Meth, everybody. When nobody said, everybody was just like, looking away and shit, dog. Dog, it was crazy. I left the party. I had to leave. I didn't have a good time.
Anything else you could do?
Jay dissed me.
Still love them. All right, let's go over to the blogs. Let's see what's going on. I guess his interview was doing numbers. Let's see. Deion Cole says it's disrespectful for Kai Cenat to be hired to stream events in the black community when he's unable to recognize notable figures. I had mentioned that the other day when he pretended he didn't know who Babyface was. He did the same thing with Wale. Wale cursed him out about it. But then there was some white group that everybody wouldn't know came on and he knew them. I don't know. Very selective kid. But anyway, let's see.
Hired this really big, I don't want to say motherfuckers' names, hired this really big streamer, right? The biggest streamer out there, right?
Oh, shit.
So they hired this person to come to the award shows and do backstage shit, right?
Yes, I saw it.
And this motherfucker was like, yo, like, people was like, he was going up to people like, I don't know who that is.
Yeah, Wale.
Like,
You ain't know who the hell Wale
I don't know who
is.
that is. And his excuse was, don't blame me because I'm young.
Right.
And that was so disrespectful to me because
Wale took it personally.
I met him.
Wale wanted the African dance.
Look, I was backstage and I met I met dude one time backstage and he walked backstage and I was like, hey, what's up, man? He was like this. And he walked off, and he was with I like that dude, the blonde hair, Drewski. He was with Drewski. Yeah, and Drewski looked at me and was like this. What's up, OG? How you doing, man? I appreciate you, man. Yeah. This network hired this really big, I love everything you do. Then he went to him and was like, man, you know OG, you funny as hell, you know. And he was like this. And just walked off and shit. And I was like this, that's cool. Yeah. That's cool. I'm cool with that. I'm good with that. If you don't know who I am, it's all good, right? But when you go on the record and say, when they trying to go, this baby face, and this is this person and that person.
On the red carpet with Babyface?
And you like, but look, but they asked him, and he was like this, I don't know these people. I'm young. Don't blame me because I'm young. That was terrible to do. And to hire him to be your representation at an award show that you got icons and you got younger people, I think it's like disrespectful. And that's, I'm not trying to beef and shit. I'm just going, if you're going to be in that position, do your research about when you see icons and give them love when you see them, period. That's all I'm saying.
Agreed. That was a little ignorant on his part, but these new kids ain't got no respect. What else is going on? I'm not doing no more politics. So just let it burn. They said Kim Kardashian has a new show, like not the show with the family that I refuse to watch. I never wanted to support that, but like a soap opera, not a reality show, like a TV show. And they said it is Rotten Apples rated it a 0%. They said it's the worst project she's ever put out. And whatever. I hate that family. What else is going on? Nothing good is going on in the world. I'm trying to give y'all something like a moment to smile, and I don't really see one. The girl, y'all know that these women don't stand for nothing. So when you raising your girls, don't let them watch TV. The role model has to be in the house, because if they watching Summer Walker, Mariah the Scientist, Cardi B, they don't have a chance. The girl got publicly humiliated in front of the world. Mariah the Scientist, she pretended that she walked away. Her birthday was last week. She was singing she was at somebody karaoke night. She was singing Cater to You, and they said, oh my gosh, she's back with him. She never left. This is gross. This is just, he's so unattractive. He posted a picture with his tongue out. The tongue looked like it's seen better days. And she said, don't nobody be needing to see this but me. Baby, when we say you are safe, not a care in the world, you can sleep with your doors unlocked. The boy in the bed naked with money surrounding him, and no one will break in. That's, girl, you have never been in a safer position. That is all yours, all right? I really cannot stand or stomach weak women that don't set consequences for men, because it's not an individual thing. Men will go and walk the earth feeling like all women are stupid, and then they got to run into somebody me like, I got to over. The burden of creating balance for the world. What else we got going on? Nothing else. The world is in shits. Everybody poor. You're gonna see this. There's no snaps. People need a snap because Snap is going. Reality TV. This reality tab. The White House is posting TikTok songs with Nicki Minaj. Nicki's telling the White House this is incredible. It's actually the fucking opposite. It's despicable. The world. This is the world right now. Black people are fighting on TV like prize show dogs. This, I got nothing. I'm trying to give y'all a little bit of light in such a dark hole. I got nothing. Let me see. Give me a second. Let's not panic. Something is good is gonna come up, right? No. You gonna forever be mine. You don't even know her or the baby. I got nothing for you. I'm sorry. Oh, this was disheartening. You know, we got a big war right now, and people don't want to pick a side. I'm gonna say it. If people on the Israeli side, they're the evil ones because they're evil. The Jews, everybody. And they be buying people. This is Floyd Mayweather pledging his allegiance to Israel. He said, I'm not 0% in, not 50% in. I'm 100% in with Israel.
And like I said before, I'm not with you guys 10%, 50%. I will always be the voice for the people in Israel.
Oh my God.
I will always stand behind the country of Israel.
That's bombing innocent people and killing children. Oh my God. Look what money make a motherfucker do. Like y'all don't have enough. Anyway. I don't got nothing positive for y'all. The premise of the show, we cruise the internet together, and this is what we're consuming every day. So you might want to step outside and touch grass, because if this is your only consumption of humanity, it is going to weigh you down so tremendously. Because even I, you know, I like to shake a leg. I like to go outside. Even when I open this shit, it weighs heavy on me. That's why I just started following blogs for this show. And I won't even say I follow blogs. I follow Neighborhood Talk. And that's the only one that I can stomach to follow, because I just feel like there's even a hierarchy with negativity with blogs. And I really just cannot do the shade room. But this is what we are consuming every day, y'all. Reality TV, split home, shooting, ghetto, nothing positive. So the positivity that you consume is going to have to be from your own real realm, guys. Hate to tell y'all. Other than that, yeah, you already got an hour and change out of me. Play the flutes, boys. It's time to wrap this shit up. Thank you for stopping by for another episode of the I'm Not Impressed Show. Sorry. Very low budget, but I mean well. If you missed any of today's show, no need to fret. It will be up on YouTube within the next 10 minutes. When you get over to YouTube, you can like, comment, subscribe, leave a timestamp of your favorite part so I have no one to make little clips for promotion out of that. Outside of that, today's Wednesday. This show has become a week show. It's supposed to be 2. I gotta go to work. I'm tired. I can only do but so much. Stay safe. Enjoy your week. What am I forgetting? That's right. Go fuck yourselves. Until the next time. Peace out.